And we are back! Xanhorn here, and I am back from the dead, folks. Yes, it's been a couple of months since I posted my last video, but I've got a new computer, recently formatted, reinstalled all my software, and I'm back in the video business. Today's video I'm going to go over a game that I've been looking forward to for a little bit of time here called The Division. It's going to just be a first impression video, some of the highlights, the lowlights, and things that I'm excited to dive into with this game. I'm going to be getting back into ESO, and as my previous videos, I still really enjoy that game, but I have taken a bit of a break from it. But I'm going to be getting into it shortly, maybe in the next couple of months, weeks. Yeah, we'll see. Anyway, getting into The Division, I want to go over a quick first impressions video. I bought the game, I downloaded it, and I've played it about 2 hours, played through the first couple of missions and first couple of levels, and I wanted to just go over my first impressions. This game's got a lot going for it. It is an action RPG third-person shooter, meaning that it's not a full actual shooter, and so there's going to be some RPG kind of MMO mechanics involved, meaning that the monsters sometimes feel like bullet sponges and it's not very accurate. You unload a full clip onto some elite guy that doesn't seem to be wearing any armor, and he just doesn't die. So you got to know that going in, that this game is not an actual Tom Clancy kind of Rainbow Six shooter where you'll kind of kill someone with 2 or 3 shots. It's more of a stats and gear centric game, and so there's going to be different levels of monsters, different levels of gear, and different levels of power between players and between monsters or mobs or guys that you have to kill. So you got to know that going in and adjust your expectations accordingly. If you do that, there's a lot of fun to be had in this game so far. Played the first couple of levels here, and I just want to go over quickly some of the things that I very much am looking forward to and enjoying this game. First off, it's beautiful. The graphics are amazing. I've got an upgraded computer here with a nice video card, and I have playing everything on maximum settings, and the game is stunning. It's probably one of the best looking video games I've ever played. The snow is realistic. The fog is rolling in, and just even the animations of how people run and the cover system and running and jumping over things, the graphics and animations are just top notch. And although it's not terribly important to me, it is a nice bell and whistle that I'm enjoying in this game so far. The feel of the combat feels also really good. The cover system, you run up to something, you duck down, you shoot over, you go over, you shoot the guy, you duck back down, you reload. All that feels very good and very smooth. Another thing I actually really liked about this game that I wasn't sure was the difficulty. At first, I played the beta and the closed beta and the open beta, and I wasn't terribly excited about just the PvE aspect of the game being a complete cakewalk. I wanted some difficulty and some actual options to use these skills that you have in the game and to make things tactical. And from what I've gathered so far, I played the first little mission there on the difficult level, which is nice that you don't have to unlock the normal first. You can actually just go and do the hard mode right away. And it was actually rather challenging. I didn't have any gear, I just had the basic stuff, but it was very challenging. I was able to beat it after about 3 or 4 attempts, but I started to have to use some strategy, and I had to figure some stuff out, and the best approach, the best skill to use, etc. So I like the fact that there was some difficulty there, and I'm hoping that plays out in future missions as well, and even in-game raiding or whatever they might have. I think they're called incursions, events where you can go with your friends and take on some difficult missions and actually synergize with the different skills and tactics that you guys are using to accomplish what you're trying to get done. So I'm looking forward to the difficulty. I'm happy that there are some difficult options, and that's not everything is just a cakewalk, but it's going to be a wait and see approach with that. Another thing I thought was really cool was the destructible map. I was fighting here, and all of a sudden I started shooting a computer monitor, the thing started blowing up, and I thought that was really cool that the environment seems to be destructible on some level. You can shoot the car windows and you can shoot different objects and they actually blow up, and it kind of makes you feel like you're in a firefight. I thought that was pretty cool. Music is done well as well. I think it offers a nice mood and offers just a good overall subtle benefit to how you're playing. Now, and oftentimes in games, and I probably will in this one as well, is put the music on mute and just only play with the sounds and the audio effects, and I'll probably do that as well. But you know, at least at this point in time, the music has been pretty nice. The things that aren't so great that I've experienced the first couple of levels, the voice acting seems very repetitive, and they just say the same things over and over again. Although the voice acting seems to be professional and well done, it just seems that you can definitely tell it's a video game. It's not realistic. These guys say the same things over and over again while you're in combat, and it's kind of like, okay, I get it. You don't need to say that 50 times.
They've got no strategy, we can beat them. They've got no strategy, we can beat them.
Alright,
They've got no strategy, we can beat them.
Alright, they got no strategy, we can beat them. I got it.
Another thing that I didn't really enjoy, and I don't think I'm really feeling all that much, is the all-knowing voice that system. I think it's called Isaac.
Alert. Hostiles detected.
It just tells you everything that's going on. It tells you when more enemies are coming in. It tells you when enemies are cleared, and it kind of just gives you a rundown of what's going on. I feel like that makes the game a little easier and a little less organic. The fact that I just killed an enemy and all of a sudden enemies are cleared, and meaning that there's no more threats and I can't figure that out myself, or that there's another wave of enemies approaching, and it just kind of like says, it just kind of keeps me let me know what's going on, but it kind of distracts me a little bit, and comes to the point where I feel like, hey, I could have figured this out, that I cleared all the enemies myself, and it would have been a little bit more of a tactical approach, and kind of feel like, oh, has the threat passed? Oh yeah, the threat's passed. Let's proceed on. It's not a huge negative, but I certainly wish I could play without that voice, because I feel like I'd have a little bit more fun kind of figuring it out myself. Another negative, the character creator was not very in-depth. It was actually quite confusing. I thought I had more options. When you go through the randomize button, it seems that you're going to have a lot of different options to adjust the face however you want, but then when you actually get into it, you realize you only have a couple of choices on each individual option, like the face and the markings and that sort of thing, and you realize that it's really not that deep, and honestly you're not seeing your character all that much. But at the same point in time, a little bit more customization would have been nice, just to kind of make the character feel my own, but ultimately it's not that big a deal. And then the last thing, like any other game, is the bugs. There were several times where I got caught and I couldn't move because I got stuck in this little spot, or the game would crash. The game crashed on me once, and just small bugs like that they're probably going to be working out over the next couple of weeks. Like any other MMO launch, they're going to have that. But overall, I've enjoyed the first 4 levels, enjoyed the first mission. It's a very natural way to progress in the game. It starts you off, and the story is well done, and very natural, I guess is the best way to say it. Just kind of everything feels good, and it's not a jagged transitions, and the cutscenes are nice, and they're done well. So overall, looking forward to it. Looking forward to getting into the Dark Zone, the PvP action with my friends, and we're going to be posting some videos on that in the future. So look forward to that. If you're into this game, let me know. I'd love to play with you. I'm Lord_Xanhorn on Uplay, and we'll certainly look for more friends to play with if y'all are playing. I will be getting back into ESO probably in the next couple of weeks or months, depending on how much the division takes up my time. But I still do like ESO a lot. Going to be getting back into that, but we're going to be playing this one for a while, so we'll see how it goes. Thanks for watching the video. Hope you enjoyed it, and I will talk to you later.